Hi, this is Miss Pellegrin, and today we're going to look at how to calculate the area for composite figures. So a composite figure is a shape composed of a combination of other shapes. So in this one we can see that we have two shapes. We have a triangle and we have a square. And so we are told to divide the figure into basic polygons. So that's our basic shapes, the triangle and the square. I know it's a square because it has measurements of 2 by 2. So all sides are the same, and that is our definition of a square. So we are going to find the area of the square first, because we know that to find the area of a square we just multiply the two sides together. So 2 times 2 gives me 4, so the area is 4 inches. And then it's area, so it's always squared. So 4 inches squared is the area of that shape. And then our other shape is a triangle. And so our area formula for a triangle, well, a triangle is just half of a square. If I was to cut this square in half, it would give me a triangle. So therefore, our area formula is 1/2 of our base times our height. And so therefore, we are going to take our base, which is 2, and our height, which is 2, and we are going to multiply 1/2 times that. Okay, half of, or we could, which means that we can have multiplication. We have multiplication, we can do it in any order. So we want, what is half of 2 times 2 is 4. So half of 4 is 2. So 2 inches squared. So together meaning we add it to find the total area. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So the area is 6 inches squared. Okay, so let's go on to another example. In this one, it asks us to drag up the figures that match these areas. So we want them to have 64 square inches and the other one to have 58.5 square inches. So we can see that these are composite figures. They are made up of other shapes. So let's break them into shapes that we know. So I'm going to draw a line right here. Okay, so I have a rectangle right here. It's 6 by 2. And so I know I just do length times width. So 6 times 2 is 12. And then I have another rectangle right here. And so I have, it is a 6 by 8. So 6 times 8 gives me 48. And then I'm just going to add those two areas together. So 48 plus 12 gives me 60. So that is not either one of them. Okay, so let's look at our next one. I'm going to separate it right here. So this is a square. It's a 4 by 4. So 4 times 4 gives me 16. So the area in that square is 16, and then 6 times 8 is 48. So then, of course, I'm going to add again, and that is 4 more. 16 is 4 more than the 12, so I know that that is going to give me 64. So I would take this one, and I would drag and drop it into this box. I'm assuming that this one is going to be 58.5 square inches. However, we want to show that. Let's make sure. Okay, so I've got a triangle and a rectangle. The rectangle is a 9 by 3, so 9 times 3 is 27. And then my triangle is half of a rectangle. So I'm going to take my base, my height. So 9 times 7 is 63. I'm doing 9 as the base times 7. So the area equals half of 63. And so half of 63 divided by 2 equals 31.5. Whoops, wrong one. So the area equals 31.5. And so then when we add those two things together, remember, line up your decimals. Bring down the 5. Oh, well, right on there. Oh, there it is. 0.85. So then this shape would be dragged and dropped right here. Okay, and then our last shape. Okay, I can see there's a rectangle right here and a triangle over here. Okay, so the rectangle I can see is 2 by 7, so 2 times 7 is 14. It is in centimeters squared. And then I need my triangle. Okay, so my triangle is a little more difficult. I need the base and the height of my triangle. So the base of my triangle is right here. Well, this part is 3, and this part right here is 2. So my base is a total of 5, 3 plus 2. Then my height is going from here to here. Well, I know that from here to here is 7, because it says it right there. So what's left means that this has to be 10, because 7 plus 10 would give me the 17 that the whole thing is. Okay, so area is equal to half base times the height. So half, 5 times 10 is 50, and half of 50 is 25. So this is 25, and we need to add them together. 25 plus 14 gives me 39 centimeters squared. Okay, that is all. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope that it helps you with your Mobi assignment.